Good morning, everyone. My name is just James Clarke. I'm a junior shadow spokesperson for Health and Wellness. I'm also the chair for the Public Health and Sanitation Committee for Kingston and St. Andrew. No concerns were raised to us in our committee meetings about the quality of water in sections of Kingston and St. Andrew. And that is what prompted us to do a tour of several water treatment facilities in both in the corporate area and in the rural and some of the rural water treatment sites. We have seen results that are quite alarming, and we brought it to the public because we felt that not much was being done to make the public aware of the risks that they were being exposed to. After I brought these results to the public, I was accused of bringing false information and telling lies. However, I just want to highlight the results that we have here today that are projected on your screen. And I want to point to you first, look at this graph. What the bar chart, what is it showing? It's showing what the levels of coliforms should be. And that's for everyone. Coliforms, these are organisms, bacteria, aka germs, that are found in feces and also found in soil. And they're indication of the quality of our water supply. Now the red line going across the bar charts running from your left to right, this is what the standard should be. So you should not have any of the coliform limits going above this 5% that you see that red line is connected to. However, if you realize for Kingston and St. Andrew, they are right at 5, and the yellow bars indicate distribution. So that means after the water have left the plant in your pipes, that's what it is. And this is suggesting in this case that there is something happening along the line after the water has been treated, because before it's okay. However, when you look at what is happening in at our rural water treatment sites, it's very clear, as you can see from the graph, and this is NWC's results, by the way, that you have at source, which is the blue bar, it's almost 5 times the allowable limit. So you have 5 times the amount of germs that should be in the water present there. And these are coliforms, which means that they have very bad water quality after the water was treated. Because at source, this is at the plant when they have brought the water through their treatment process and tested it to see if the treatment process had worked. And you see that it's way above the allowable limit. And knowing this, the water was still distributed, and you have in distribution where it's almost 3 times the allowable limit, where it's at 17 in the yellow bar for the rural communities. Now, this is not just a one-off situation for the month of February. For the rural areas especially, this has been consistent. And we understand why you'll have this consistent bad result or poor water quality coming out in the rural areas after our visit. The water treatment, we're not saying that you'll be able to do all the steps that you do at your major water treatment facilities like a constant spring. But even in rural areas, you still have to take some measures to ensure that the water is safe for consumption. So for example, at your regular water treatment site, the water goes through several processes. For example, it goes through flocculation, which is where they add chemicals to bind with those fine particles that might be the water, so that they can become heavier and settle out. They have sedimentation, which is where the heavier dirt particles settle on the water. It's just got to clarifying the water to make it clear. And then that sedimentation is the clear water is removed. It is filtered, and it passes through several different filters, whether it's sand of different size filters to ensure that they remove any residual viruses, organisms that might be left back in the water. And then it moves from there to disinfection, where you have your chlorination taking place. However, in the rural areas, we're not saying that you have to do all these steps. However, filtration is a must. And this is one of the infrastructure upgrades that has to take place at our rural water treatment sites to ensure the water is safe. Also, we're recommending that they install temporarily, they can use black tanks, or we call it what we Jamaicans call black tanks or water tanks, and temporarily to have holding areas for the water in the rural areas so it has enough contact time with the chlorine before distributed. It cannot be getting results that shows that you have with poor water quality at source and you're still distributing it to the public. Another major concern for us is how the Ministry of Health came out and said that the environmental division in the Ministry of Health, they came out and said that the water was safe for consumption in Kingston and St. Andrew, but at the same time, the NWC is producing results to show that it is not safe. So I'm now saying to the Ministry of Health that you need to get your house in order, and we need some accountability as to why you were saying that the water is safe when NWC is saying that the water isn't. NWC has also since then admitted that they're having challenges in the rural areas, and they have also admitted 6 days ago on their Instagram page that they have found samples positive for fecal coliforms. And they said that when they have instances of that happening, they will flush the line and they'll cut off water supply And I'm asking the persons in the rural Jamaica if that happened. And we want them to now come and apologize for their misleading information that they have been given to the public and for trickling out the truth bit by bit. I'm also asking the journalists present here with us today for you to do your own fact-finding mission and get the results from the NWC. But not only get the results, I want you to visit these rural water treatment sites and let them show you the process of treatment that the water goes through. And you tell me if it's up to standard. Or the minister with the responsibility for water, and also the minister of health needs to come out and ensure that we are getting the steps are in place to ensure that we get good quality water, be Kingston and St. Andrew. Also, we'd also want to make the recommendation to the National Water Commission, similar to how we get the results from Petrojob about the pricing of fuel each week. We'd want them to publish their results, and if they're having issues in any particular area, they need to let the residents know the areas that will be affected by the poor quality water and what has been done to correct those bidders, and when it is safe again for the residents in these areas to consume the water that is being released. We have no issues with the staff at the National Water Commission because after my visit and tour to as well, I understand you have a very difficult job and that you're given basket to carry water most times. So I'm also advocating for the staff at the NWC to receive the necessary gears, compensation, and resources to ensure that they can get to these remote sites and collect the samples and to also upgrade these sites so that they can do their job properly. They cannot do what they don't have the resources to do. So the minister and the Ministry of Health needs to be the one that is overseeing the NWC and protecting us, the consumers, and to ensure that they stick to the standards that are there for the water that is being produced by NWC. So once again, I just want to point out the inconsistencies between the results coming from NWC and the results coming from the Ministry of Health, the environmental unit, and they need to answer to the public and to Jamaica at large for that. And we need the NWC to come out, and anywhere else on the island, don't wait on us, or don't wait on us to come out and to say it. You come out and tell us all the other areas on the island that you're having water quality issues and what is being done to address it. In this case, we understand you have to do some infrastructure upgrade, or the results from your rural water treatment sites, they will not improve, and filtration is a big step. Thank you very much.